sticks to people.
Alright, we're live, mate.
Oh, we live.
Please work.
But is
Then
it,
it
how
crashes.
does it look? How's it look?
Huh?
How's it look?
Oh, we still doing two cameras?
It's loading.
Mm.
No, I took your thing off.
Okay, might as well put it away then.
Yeah, it's live stream from the phone. That shit will probably die.
That's live from Costa's house.
Gee! We made it!
This is the reformation of the TMACAST.
We made it!
2 hours of setting up.
2 hours setting up.
1 hour late.
What's the plug?
Who would have thought it?
What's the plug?
What's the plug? It's dangerous.
Yeah, we're watching the plug because as soon as you unplug Tarek's laptop.
Yeah.
Tell your viewers to bear with us.
Yeah, bear with us with the
Bear
technical difficulties.
with.
Can we check if they can actually
And
hear
the
us?
dysfunctional.
Actually important.
But we made it. We made it. Right? This is it. This is what dreams are made of.
Roll on a million views. What's the most views you got on your channel?
Yeah, have you hit a million views? Have you had like a million views before?
Yeah.
What's the most views?
Oh no, but it's showing the tracking thing on your face. Let me take it off.
Yeah, have you hit a million views?
So
Or should I leave it? I don't want to touch it. It's got like, you know, the face tracking thing on Dad's face.
I want to see that.
The square box.
Yeah, this is so Inception. We're streaming right now and watching the stream.
There's
On
one there. There's
YouTube.
one there as well, isn't it?
Watching
try and get rid of
us.
Yeah.
This is
So, yeah.
streaming right now and watching.
So the subject of today is being out of your depth when it comes to making something.
What about Out of Your Death podcast?
Out of your
We're also thinking of a podcast name,
Out
so
of Your
we're
Death podcast.
ODP. ODP.
Oh,
Hold it
Jesus!
down.
I think that's a show. ADP podcast. Out of Death.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Out of depth.
Shall I leave it? Shall I touch it?
Depth is a hard word to say.
I don't want to ruin it.
Start beatboxing
Depth.
halfway through the sentence.
Out of depth.
Man, I don't know how to get rid of the face tracking thing.
It's probably on the camera, right?
Or you think it's this one? This stable or Outta thing?
And then everything just.
Oh, it worked. Yeah, it worked.
We can like
Right, let's start this podcast again.
start again for the
I think it's still working, isn't it?
1500th time.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got a bit of grey screen though on the top.
You mean?
Can crop it.
Make it a bit bigger.
Yo, cropping is the best.
Make it a bit bigger. Oh crap! Are we frozen?
Are
we frozen again?
Out of depth. It's got to be out of depth. Let's just stick to one. If we the way we were reacting to it, yeah, it has to be that.
Yeah, Out of Death.
Out of depth. I hope you're not frozen.
Then you purposely spell it wrong.
Yeah, but I was literally just thinking that. Wait, I was trying to think of other ways it can spell depth. Like
DEP.
depth.
What was that thing in school? DUP.
DOP.
DOP.
Direct object pronoun.
Yeah, that's what it
My remix was that.
is. Is it working?
Yeah.
Alright, Tarek is introduce it. Alright.
What? The new name?
Yeah.
Oh, out of depth.
Yeah,
What? DAPTH.
What?
DEPTH.
What is it?
Depth in it.
I thought you were trying to show the podcast.
If you grab that chair and bring it in,
Yeah.
you just spin the shot.
I thought you were trying to spell.
No, it's like-
Oh, if I sit on it.
Yeah.
I need to watch the plug.
Watch the plug.
I like the background though. In the video, the background's nice. I like it. The curtain.
Red curtains.
Yeah.
So what we're saying, out of depth.
What about the red curtain?
Out of depth. But how do you spell that depth?
That's what I asked. Depth.
Yeah, depth.
With F.
Yeah. Depth.
DEPF.
Or D-U-P.
No.
D-E.
DEPF.
DEPF.
Depth cast.
We got emphasis on there.
Yo, did you sign into the extender? The Wi-Fi.
I don't know which one I picked.
I
I think it's working fine, isn't it?
Yeah, we good. We good.
Alright, hey guys, TazManiaAhmed and welcome to our new podcast.
We have changed the name after
Back in
1 hour
December.
of deliberating with each other. We have come up with Out of Depth Pop.
Woo!
Emphasis on the F. That can be the slogan. Emphasis on the F. Emphasis on the F.
Exactly.
Crazy. It's crazy. All right.
Yeah. By the way, we are socially distanced. We edited it to make it look like
Yeah, we
We actually like
I do my own stunts. Man does his own
It's
stunts.
like 2 meters.
we're actually like 2 minutes away. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 minutes away.
2 meters away, so we're all good right now. What's been going on this week, boys?
Jeez, I think we should just end the podcast here.
I think that's
We
enough
got the
of an
name.
achievement, to be
Wait, we
honest.
spent like 2
That's
hours.
massive.
We got
We
the
spent
name.
time.
That's massive.
So now next time we come here, we can sort it out ASAP.
Yeah, make sure Dan doesn't trip over the cable.
Yo, I don't know how you're just trying to find a way of pinning this on me.
No, it was your fault.
What is it? The 2 minute delay.
I think we can all
What's the 2
agree.
minutes?
I think we can all agree it's Andy's fault.
You shouldn't have been leaving wires around. That's like a massive health and safety hazard.
Yeah, but you should have seen the
Mr.
ICT
management.
Yeah,
It's like you're gonna be running the office.
When you wanted the cone as well, then.
No, man, at least
Like
a
a
joke
chip
like
bumper.
sellotape wrapping down the wires onto the board.
We expect more from
You expect more from me.
You did IT in college as well.
Lower your standards. I'm terrible at IT. You can't. At least it's honest.
At least you're honest, innit?
Well, Terry, you ready for your job tomorrow?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you start tomorrow?
Yeah, starting tomorrow. Remote
Oh, wait,
working.
did the viewers know?
You should make a vlog of what's
Day in the life of
A
a
day in
Then
the
you
life
have
of
Google.
like a new Google day in the life of a
Should
new
I?
Google
Yeah,
employee.
that's a shout.
Do that.
I'll just be in my room.
Show us
That's
the
good
inside
content.
goings on.
Inside, yeah.
What's going on in Google.
In the
Yeah,
lifetime.
the Illuminati and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the CEO of Google? Great.
No,
No, it's Indian guy.
Oh, wow, he doesn't even know.
It's Alphabet owner.
The alphabet owner.
Alphabet owned Google.
Even for someone else's name.
they own the alphabet.
No,
I didn't know
there's a company called-
Alphabet's a parent
Alphabet's
company.
company. Yeah.
Okay.
Forgot the name though.
You
I was gonna say
Exactly.
Google
By
powers
alphabet, it actually
burn
means
too much.
LGBT.
Next, gonna own the numbers
The numbers are next.
and the air.
The Illuminati is numbers, isn't it?
Let me actually get his name in it. I feel bad. My boss's name.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
That just shows that the conversation is just
Sundar Pichai. Sundar Pichai.
Is he actually from India?
CEO of Alphabet, and it's subsidiary Google. Like TazManiaAhmed is a subsidiary of Out of Depth is a subsidiary of TazManiaAhmed.
Out of depth.
Yeah.
You guys can't.
Out of depth.
What do you mean?
It's out of depth. It's not hard to
No,
say.
but we
Yeah, but
put
we're
put the S
wrong.
at the end, mate.
Out of depth.
Bro, every time you say out of depth, like
Out of breath.
Out of depth. Out of breath. Out of breath. Call the podcast.
Out of breath
Let's
podcast.
change it.
No,
Let's
why are we
change it.
changing
It's
the
not
name?
too late.
Why are we
Out of
Three
breath.
name changes.
Why are we
changing
Less
the
than
name?
10 minutes. What a record.
Out of breath podcast. Or
Out of breath podcast is dead.
No, it already exists now. Look, some guys got it.
Out of depth.
Yeah. Or let me check.
No, would you out
Let
of
me-
depth like outer? OUTTA. Depth.
Oh, what?
Out of
oh,
depth.
you like
Outer.
like
Yeah. Outer as well. Like out of
Outer.
depth.
Outer Depth podcast. Let me check.
That's solid.
DEPF.
D
Yeah.
Yeah.
P.
This is like completely different vibes from Zoom. We're gonna have to get used to this.
Yeah. But yeah, because we started out on Zoom.
Yeah. And like we're used to doing on Zoom now. I think because our Zoom podcasts have been getting pretty good. So now we need to like, get used to doing it in person.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed with the setup, though.
Yeah, that's
Got there
legit.
in the end.
Looks good.
Doing Instagram story.
Yeah.
Story.
Everyone can see the tech.
What's up, guys? That's
Techie.
Tech genius. Level
Jesus.
genius. Tech genius.
We live right now. Join
See
us.
this.
YouTube.
You see
Let's
this?
go.
Mm. That's like a very convoluted song.
It sound like you afterwards.
My go.
My days.
So what's actually been going on this week? Let's talk about some news, at least for this week. What's been going on? Dan, you go first.
My speech.
Dan,
Last
yeah.
week,
Can you tell them what speech it was?
okay, so I was at this conference. I work for a charity. Charity is called City of Sanctuary. Is the name of the charity. But I work for like a specific stream. They have like different streams. I work for like the university side.
Yeah.
So every year we do these conferences. Our first one was last year actually. We were supposed to have another one this September, but got cancelled obviously because of COVID. So we did another one online, and out of nowhere, the director asked me if I wanted to do the keynote. And I was like, "Rah, team!" Yeah. So yeah, she asked me that in like September.
Yeah.
So I've been preparing all this time. I wrote half of it, from September to like October, and then in the last week leading up to the actual speech, I wrote the second half. So yeah, I was so nervous. I wanted to like memorize off by heart. I just couldn't. Partly because it was a bit too late to memorize it. Yeah. But I was able to, because it was all on a Zoom call. So it was crazy because I didn't know Zoom could do this. They have like a panelist section and like an attendee section. And you could only see me and the other, because it was two keynotes, one from the university perspective, one from the student perspective. I was just giving the student perspective. So I was just in the Zoom. You could only see me, the director, the other keynote person, and me. And I had no idea. I was just chatting with them. I thought it was the way to start. I didn't even know if I was being watched by some of the other panelists.
How many people were there?
300 people signed up.
Oh, but you couldn't see them.
I couldn't see them. So I think the people that actually watched the keynote was like 100 people. Yeah. Or so. And then for like, we had like work. It was a 2-day thing. So we had workshops. So that basically the point of the keynote, set the tone for the conference, and then go off from there.
Onwards and upwards, didn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. And there was a few bits and there was a few areas where I like stopped and started a little bit, but overall I was quite clear. I made sure to like articulate my brother. He watched me do the speech the night before, and he was like, "Oh, bro," because I always do this thing where I mumble. I have a bad habit of mumbling and not probably not saying my words.
That's all. A lot of English people, right? They have that issue.
I don't know what it is.
Like when public speaking.
I don't know what it is.
You realize it especially when you talk to non-English speakers.
And they
where
just
English
can't understand you.
isn't there, so they can't understand you. But as long as it went well, though.
Oh yeah. So it went well.
They just try to get migrants into university.
Yeah. So the specific instances. So the scholarships. Well, it's not really even just scholarships. But basically, the thing that the charity does, this University of Sanctuary, is they're trying to make universities welcome to everyone, regardless of where you come from. So it particularly looks at refugees, asylum seekers, but also
do they need to have academic credit? Like they need to be clever.
They need to have a place at university. That's
you need an offer.
Generally speaking, when we think about what we do or how it could relate to us, say I'm a student, I don't have access to student finance because of my immigration status. Yeah. So I look to a university, see if they have like they call them sanctuary scholarships, or they go under different names. Article 26, which is the Human Rights Declaration for the right of education for everyone. That's like they say Article 26 scholarships as well. Mm-hmm. So you'll apply for the scholarship. And basically, what we as a charity try to do is make sure that if a student from a refugee or forced migrant background gets into university and comes onto the scholarship, they're not going to be treated any differently from a normal student.
So they have like living costs.
So usually, what would happen is your tuition fees would be waived off. And also, because of their immigration status, usually not for refugee students because they're classed as home students. But if you're an asylum seeker student or you've been given a temporary immigration status, such as discretionary leave to remain or limited leave to remain, you can't apply for student funding, and you also have to pay international fees. So instead of paying like $9,000, you're paying like 20 something for 3 years. But and consider this, take this in mind that you probably would have been living in the UK for like however long. So it's not going to be like you're some rich international student with like that international student money. You're not going to have that.
Right, they just ball it.
Yeah. So you usually the tuition fees covered, accommodation is usually covered. They're really increasing the scholarships. More.
You had a scholarship yourself, was it?
Yeah. So at Winchester, and I think the movement is growing more and more. It was only like a few select universities that you could go to get this, but loads of universities are signing up. I could probably talk about because it's been announced. The University of Edinburgh, I was working with them to make them university sanctuary. They successfully did it. Everything, they increased the scholarships, and it's like, this is actually
big up Tower Sadak.
Yo, Tower,
big
university, good choice.
He's a big fan of the University of Edinburgh.
It's
you're making moves. He's up in the next generation.
After I finished, I just like crashed. I was like, I need to sleep.
And, you only had to speak once, innit?
I spoke once. I followed along with the rest of the conference. It was like a 2-day thing.
Concentrate.
Yeah. I didn't really have to concentrate. As long as when I was on camera or when I actually was listening to something that was actually interesting, I followed along. But generally, no, but generally,
playing people.
Generally, I have my camera
NBA
off.
on the side.
Yeah, I have my camera off. Hold on. I have my camera off.
This is where it all goes down.
No. Don't get the wrong idea.
Oh, you're playing like this, innit? And you look like that.
Man just raging because he's not on mute. Like, oh, fucking hell, Kobe.
There was certain. The function of the conference is that you can come in and out for different sections. So obviously, there were a few things that didn't apply to
down
me.
in college. You remember down in college? Things like snacks here.
I have that picture. Of mine.
Snacks here, TV here, FIFA.
It was the system.
You got Netflix over there.
It was not method. It's a system. It's a revision system. It did not work at all. It was a terrible.
Revision needs 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, download the hard way, innit? But
I like the
them
method though. We got there in the end.
Yeah, I got there in the end eventually. So,
Dr. Danny Battaglia.
oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see. But yeah, crazy 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That like organization sounds sick.
Yeah.
Like, how many students a year do they get on it?
I don't know. I know there's over like 100 scholarships.
Really?
And that'll be so, and for each year, so there'll be like 5 students from this university go from year 1, year 3, and throughout the whole years, and across different universities as well. So
That's it.
Yeah, we're trying to create that network, but it's tricky.
So even though you left university now, you're still part of it.
Yeah, I'm still plugged in. I'm part of the national group. I'm part of like the steering group.
Oh, like a steering committee.
Yeah.
Gee, that's like big man.
No.
He's making the decisions, I think.
Yeah.
Influencing.
Yeah, in a way, I just need to give my perspective from like the student side, because obviously
at the end of the day, this is the Out of Depth podcast. So it may be a little
out of depth. So
that's what we do. We get out of our depth, get outside our colleagues, man. That's how you be successful.
That's life.
That's it.
How you move forward.
No, that's true. That's true. That is true.
Out of your depth podcast.
Out of your depth.
Yeah, out of your depth podcast.
Or out of depth.
Or out.
I think out of your depth sounds better. Out of depth, out of your depth.
Out of your depth.
Depth out.
I can say it by myself.
Out of depth. I think I like out of depth.
I like out of your depth.
Out of depth.
Out of your depth. Say it.
Out of your depth podcast. Out of your depth cast.
Out of your depth cast.
Out of your depth cast. Out of your depth cast.
Yeah. Out of your
but depth is a hard word to say. I keep saying depth. It's hard. Depth.
It's the enunciation behind it, isn't it? How you pronounce it.
Out of depth.
Did you see Trump dance in the YMCA concert?
Oh,
no, I didn't see that.
Where was it?
How was it? Like shuffle.
It's so, no politicians can't dance. Only politicians just got bad moves. I remember the Theresa May thing.
The things that politicians should not do in front of camera: dance, eat as well. Like eat. You can't look good eating on camera. It doesn't work.
No, but the thing is, I think Donald Trump's clever, right? I think he knew he was gonna get memes, and he was gonna get like the media going all over him dancing. So he knew what he was doing, because he's never done that in his life. He's never danced awkwardly.
Maybe it's Corona.
Like, you know what it is? I think it's because he knows that he's like, he needs to do everything he can. So he's like, let me bust some moves.
His moves weren't that bad. They weren't that bad. It was on time, fairly on time. I was just doing a few shuffles. You know, considering he's like 70-year-old. I think he's like what? Friggin'. I wouldn't really say he's not really known for like being too like artistically, you know, like from his.
What do you mean artistically?
He's not a shaker in the mood.
Like his background.
His background.
He's a marketer though. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to market.
Maybe he was just in the mood for like dancing, innit?
I've seen Obama dance. That was painful. I expected so much more from Obama. The thing, I expect nothing from Trump. So anything I do see is extra. Obama, the expectation's high, so if it doesn't come anywhere close, it's just like.
So the thing is though, because last week on the podcast, you said that he didn't have coronavirus. You said that there was a chance that he was fake.
Yeah, that's why I believe that there was an opportunity to save face, get pity points in a way like, I said something quite controversial, and then his team were like, okay, you're gonna get a lot of backlash. How can we get people to feel for you again quickly?
The thing is, I didn't agree with you last week, but after seeing him, I'm like, yo, maybe this guy's faking, bro.
But it would have just juiced him up, innit?
Huh?
They
Yeah,
just
but
juiced them up.
it's one of the two. You either
Yeah.
faked it or they juiced them up. Because you're like 70 years old, morbidly obese.
Yeah.
You got coronavirus. There's no way you're going to be 100% right.
Is he morbidly obese?
Yeah, that's
You
his.
reckon?
He's like medically obese.
You reckon he's got
Yeah,
a
but
body
not
double?
morbid. Huh?
You reckon he's got a body double?
Right.
Or doppelganger.
What, like a
Maybe
clone?
deep state.
Oh,
No,
oh,
not
oh.
a clone. Right, someone just makes
At the end of
public
the day,
appearances
he's
for him.
presidential puppets anyway. Right? That was just the.
On the puppet string.
Left wing, right wing, they're all part of the same bird.
I know.
Birds still showing you.
All part of the same bird. Left
Yeah.
wing, right wing, still the same bird.
Exactly. But they say the center, your left wing is like all the way over here, right wing's all the way over here, and the center is getting bigger and bigger now.
Really?
Like the gap between right and left wing is huge
Oh, no, okay, I see.
because that's how like polarizing the two sides are.
Right.
But I think majority of people are still in the middle, but we're almost forced to
I
choose
don't
a side.
know.
I'm not both. I'm not left wing or right wing.
You're saying.
I'm both.
Well,
I'm like in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like moderation, you know.
Yeah, but that's
Like people
yeah.
need to take accountability, but government also need to help.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's the.
It's the issue with the phrasing things in terms of left wing and right wing. It's too simplistic. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why you
exactly.
get lots of people in the center because
It's
they don't really fit into these.
It's better to stay in the middle as well, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want it too extreme.
Well, I remember Mao said something. I can't remember what to quote Mao. He said something
Like,
about.
look alike.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he sometimes, maybe not now with the bid.
Especially when we went to, where did we go? In London.
The art
Joshua.
place.
No, the art place.
Basel.
The art place in
Oh,
London.
yeah,
But
that's
Dan took I took the picture.
I wasn't there. Though.
He wasn't
He wasn't there. He wasn't
I
there.
commented.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Ah,
I was like, why is this guy
it was the
looking
most famous one.
Yeah, I know. This is bad.
What's the name? What's the name of the museum in London?
What, the National History?
No,
No,
not
the
Some-
bougie one.
Take one.
Tate Modern.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
one. That's the one.
But
It was a
yeah.
bit dead, to be honest. Modern art's weird, bro. Have you looked at modern art?
It's very abstract, and now art is all based on opinion and interpretation.
It's bullshit.
Like I could get like, for example,
It's
a
like,
carton of
like
milk.
that banana, isn't it?
What banana?
Did you see on the news like a couple of months
What
ago,
is
there's a
that?
banana went on the art gallery.
No.
This guy just loves
No,
bananas.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. There was a banana.
Where's that
in
photo
art
of
gallery.
Tarek in that banana? Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember
This
that.
guy has like 5 bananas.
I think
I think
you
costed this.
TazManiaAhmed.
No, but carry on what you were saying.
Once we went to Sprinkles, right? And like we didn't get anything. Like, it was the first time he ever went to Sprinkles.
Yeah.
And you have to imagine this is when Sprinkles first came to Portsmouth. So like the whole waffle and the Sunday thing was new to Pompey. Do you know what I mean?
Extraordinary stuff,
It
man.
was extraordinary.
Never
Too
seen
much
before.
change.
And this man was like, you know, I was like, yo, the waffle's sick, right? He was like, yo, do you know what the best thing about this place is? The bananas.
My God.
I was like,
The
I
bananas.
was like,
I remember what it's called. Bananas in a cup or something.
he got
Yeah,
bananas
bananas
in the
in
cup. That was a
He
highlight.
just goes
It's
up
so
to
dead.
he
It's
goes
actually
goes
dead.
up to the cash and like can something on.
Just a
How
banana.
much for what?
I know what I was talking about. It's literally banana sliced to the wall.
Yeah, that one.
It's so retarded. Anyone who says like, oh, you haven't got the taste for it, or you haven't got like the right opinion, it's like,
What did the artist say about it? What did the artist say it was?
It got sold for like a lot as well.
A banana taped to a wall.
Yeah, banana taped to a wall.
How much?
Search it.
The banana. Alright, let's find out. Banana taped to a wall.
banana tape to a wall.
Banana taped to a wall.
Banana
If anyone got it, it must have been terrible.
taped.
I
Because
can't afford
you
it.
just
I
don't-
can't afford. No, I'm
Are
you
genuinely.
putting it on
Look,
Alright,
watch
banana
this.
taped to wall price.
Yeah, that's that one.
$120,000.
Do you know what? I actually like that. That doesn't make too bad.
My guy, I think you
Which
got
one?
one.
Oh,
Wait,
wait,
no,
which one is real? Which one's real?
Ah.
Which one's real? Then that's the
Nah,
question.
let me tell you what, yeah. If you think that's sick, yeah, I'm willing to make you that. Mates rates, half of $120,000. I'll do it for $60,000.
But yeah, 50%.
How about that?
It needs to be a
Mixed
good-
rates.
It needs to be a good replica.
It's just duct tape. It's just electrical duct
Why
tape.
would someone pay that? I don't understand. 120.
No, but it's just the
But
artist.
it's the you know.
Yeah, but you
Nah,
can't make
you already know what. You already know why it's sold.
What a shot.
This is the artist. He's like, you know, was it
That's straight down. That is literally
Mauricio?
straight down. They
Mauricio.
get you interested in frivolous, vacuous
That's right.
bullshit.
It is. Oh,
His name's Maurizio Catalan, and he taped it to a wall.
stay
So-
safe from the whispers of
Well,
Shaitan.
Mauricio
No, man,
Catalan.
that's all conspiracy. There's no way. But you know what?
Well,
What rich people just do things for the sake of doing it because they can.
that's
Like,
what
you know what vexes me is when I see like artists or musicians, right? Like I saw the baby. He's like, oh, I just bought these white Air Forces. I wore them for a show, and got a bit scuffed up, a bit of mud on it. Basic wear and tear. Yeah.
Bought a new one.
No, he didn't buy a new one. He filmed himself chucking them in the bin, both pairs. Like.
Is that why?
He's like, yeah, just a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get another one.
Bad, bad.
It's like, man.
But that's what's happening in our society, though, isn't it? Yeah. Like people just have zero. That's how you flex, you know. Life has just become like a different concept.
I saw, but on the other hand, with art and rich people, I saw something about how art has become some sort of like tax evasion scheme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For rich people. So they'll buy like an expensive piece of art, donate it to university or something, and then claim the tax back on it because it's really for charity or something.
It's just not just that, though. They can also the value of art also goes up.
Yeah.
So they use it as an investment as well. So they're making money from it.
So,
But like they act like they're interested in it. This is the majority of people. They act like they're interested in it,
in the art,
but they're really in the art.
Yeah.
But it's really just because they want to show other people that they're interested in it. But really and truly, they don't care.
Who bought that banana?
Probably Tarek.
No, it was that guy. It was the guy.
No, that's the artist. That's the artist.
Oh,
That's
so
the
someone
guy.
brought it from him.
It's actually hilarious how he did this as well. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like that.
The one photo that comes up with him. But there's another version of the artwork expected to sell for $150,000.
Another?
Yeah, there'll be another one.
By the same
Oh,
artist.
gee.
So what can we do ourselves then?
We might as well. Like, I need to look into this article.
No, he needs to be a rich white Italian guy.
Is it an actual banana or is it a painting of
Mate,
the
look, it's
banana?
real banana, mate.
How long
Tarek
is
would
this
know.
piece?
No, I can tell. I've got experience in it.
How long would this
That
piece
sounds-
of art
That
last?
sounds a bit sus to me.
What is the half-life of this banana?
I don't know, like 2 weeks or a week and a bit.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, you spent that much, and what, the banana's gonna
It's
just
gonna
Mold, mold away.
Unless you like freeze it.
That's a finesse.
No, I don't.
Look at us going to get degrees and whatnot. Well, we can just be taping pieces of fruit.
Literally, crack a banana, tape
That's a
it.
good
For
idea,
people
man.
who would,
Why
man.
don't we do it for different fruit, like pineapples?
We should. That'll be the
That's
next
a show.
video.
Huh?
That'll be the
Put
next
it
video.
up here, innit?
Because this is a white wall.
Do a live auction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, live auction.
We can start like an Instagram page for it as well.
Yeah.
Do you know that egg?
Yeah, the egg. Most
yeah,
like
yeah.
photo, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Picture of an egg.
People, the world is so crazy, isn't it, man? We care about
People
the
don't know
world.
what to do, man. That's the problem.
Huh?
People don't know.
Legit. Let's all buy a banana on the wall. It's so ridiculous.
So now people buy Pokemon cards as well, like I told Dan.
Ah.
I saw a video, Logan Paul spent 150k on a
But you know what? Like, money doesn't mean much anymore. You know? Like, to the people that have the most of it.
yeah.
Like, what I mean by that is, like, you know, people will just throw about money like it's not worth anything.
It comes like oxygen.
Yeah. And then, like, coronavirus has shown that money, the government can print money whenever they want. And it's not really going to affect the economy
Yeah, yeah.
in ways that do what you want.
And then they charge you to live. They charge you to have a house, tax. They charge you to park your car.
Yeah.
On your own road, didn't it?
You, bruv, like, it's stupid.
This is the Uprising podcast.
Yeah.
Jeez, uprising. And our
We
kids.
changed the name once again.
And our
The Indecisive Podcast.
Yeah, the Indecisive podcast. Legit. What else have you been going on this week, though?
Oh, man.
Well, in terms of music, we had Stormzy getting dissed by the artist
What
Chip.
happens with that?
Yeah.
Like, Chip's lit.
Yeah, he's lit.
He's
So,
gonna-
Who's that? Chipmunk?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Formerly known as Chipmunk, now known as Chip.
Name a Chipmunk song right
I
now.
don't have a clue, man. No, I really don't know.
I don't even know you. To be
No,
honest.
to be fair, the guy's got bangers. He dropped that album this year with Skepta and Young Ads from D Block Europe. Banger of an album. But yeah, so basically the beef is about I think it was last week a video surfaced of Stormzy pulling up to Chip's yard
Mad.
with about four goons in the car. He pulled up in his Lambo truck,
Lambo truck.
like shouting down, and one of the neighbors, I think it was one of the neighbors, filmed him, and like they didn't find Chip there. And then this
Why?
happened in
Why did he
June.
pull
This
up?
happened in June though. Apparently, it was because of he didn't like what Chip said on one of the songs on that album with Skepta and Young Ads on the track called Ways. He says about you're not the king, blah blah blah, but he didn't name drop anyone. So then Stormzy.
That's a bit of a whack reason to pull up.
Yeah, so Stormzy took that, and then he came back with that track with him, Dutch Avelli, and Tion Wayne called I Don't Know, and he apparently that was like digs at Chip as well. So it was all subliminal and stuff. And then they had some conversations behind the scenes. He pulled up in June or July or whatever, and now Chip responded with 2 diss tracks, kind of exposing him about the incident.
Mad.
Yeah.
The incident where he pulled up.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be for publicity or legit?
He's already dropped an album. He dropped an album. He went on tour. You know, he can't go on tour because of COVID. Chip is dropping a mixtape soon, but no, he don't do like industry like beef. He's not fake like that.
Really? You think it's legit?
The guy's legit.
Is he?
As real as it comes.
Mad.
I know what they should do to maximise this opportunity, right? Have a boxing fight. That's what everyone
That's
does.
what they do.
That's what-
That's what everyone says.
Are they like the same like weight class?
Nah.
Stormzy will fuck.
What is he like 6'5"?
Alright.
And Chip is like,
pretty dope as well.
I don't know how tall Chip is. Pretty average height.
Like they were
But
the
he
same.
looks
They
really
could have done
skinny
it.
as well.
He got his gym.
Does he?
He got swole.
I think it's
When was the last time you saw Chip? I didn't even know he changed his name to Chip.
Yeah.
What did he change his name?
Chipmunk. Chipmunk isn't really,
Chipmunk's that thing, right?
Stratosphere and
The
Teddy.
squirrel thing.
especially when Alvin and Chipmunks came out.
Yeah.
So like, really,
It's a shit one of them. Animal King.
But still, it's the least threatening animal you can find in nature, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean though. He doesn't look threatening at all. He doesn't like compared to Stormzy.
I was looking up today
Yeah.
what animals, men or like humans,
Yeah.
can fight bare hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is interesting.
it randomly became. I was on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know, like those random like videos that was posted in like 2012 and just randomly.
Yeah.
So it was, what was it? It was a guy being stalked by a cougar. He was going.
What's a cougar?
It's like
It's a wildcat.
older women that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was actually like a wildcat. He was being stalked he was hiking somewhere in America, North America, Canada. But yeah, he was been stalked for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The cougar came over coming up to him and had to like shout and stuff to intimidate to run away.
Mm.
So I was like, if man had to actually go to blows,
Yeah.
how likely that he'll win against this cougar? Because the cougar, it was like,
Wait, what's a cougar?
it's like a wildcat. It's like a big cat.
Stretch my back.
It's like a big cat. But
You're getting fucked up, right?
no, wait, hold on, because they come in different sizes. that one. I looked up a Quora. Is it Quora? Basically, I looked up a guy who basically he broke it down. He broke it down. Generally, if an animal is smaller than you, you should be able to take it.
That's
But you have to break it down. But generally, but specifically, if we're talking about like a fox, a raccoon, things like that, small animals, you should have it.
All I'm thinking about is in GTA when those pop up in the mountains, right? And just rip your character apart.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
You need
10,000 likes on the video for
Dan.
See, if there's 10,000 likes, the amount of time it'll take for us to get 10,000 likes would be enough time for me to train and
You're getting eaten alive, mate.
but basically,
You can cut the clip. Just say 10,000 likes. Just get 10,000 likes.
if the cougar's like less than 108,
33 minutes in.
if the cougar's like less than 100
Yeah, fuck that.
and 80, if it's like less than 180
Dan,
pounds,
do an official challenge.
let's
Yeah, call him out.
Call him out right now. Go close.
You see, you cougars, yeah? Now, I'm not talking about those older women. I'm talking about you cats. You cats. Now, I'm not speaking like I'm a guy from Philly. I'm not talking about cats and rats and the old school, old head talk. I'm talking about you wildcats. America. Canada. You watching this, yeah? You watching this? I'm coming for you.
Alright.
If you see me out in the streets, hold on. If you see me out in the streets, in the wilderness, in the bushes, in the trees, you better watch out. I'm coming.
10,000 likes and DM will fight a cougar live on TazManiaAhmed exclusive.
Bro, we're gonna have the RSPCA on this one. Animal cruelty.
Yeah, where are we actually going to do this if this happens?
Yo, we're gonna have to go to North
We should go
America.
to like a zoo.
No,
You just go to North America.
North America. Alright, we'll get a sponsor for
You
that.
just get like some bait, just like wrap raw meat around me or something. It's just like let me go. Never see me again.
Yeah.
Bad idea, bro.
Yeah,
How do you just call out a cougar, bro? The cougar comedians.
no, but yeah.
How do you even spell
Cancel
cougar?
culture.
Yeah.
Cougar.
But yeah, going back to my original point, you probably could. If it's like a fully healthy.
We need to put like background music behind it, make it a really cut up from a promo.
Or just like get even the clip. Don't even get the beginning of the stuff. Just me randomly calling out a cougar.
Yo, how do you spell it?
COUGAR.
Oh, there we go. Alright, cheers.
Generally, if it's like a healthy, like 70-pound male cougar, you're not winning. You're not gonna win. But if it's like a lighter female cougar, that's like still.
Why does it have to be female, Dan? Why does it have to be female, Dan? Why does it have to be female? Yo, Dan, you need to. Dan, we're live, mate. Dan, we're live.
Because generally, female cougars are smaller. That's why
Where the cougar comedian and the female cougar comedian come up.
But there's not like intersectionality among cougars.
There's definitely a cougar like fan page on Facebook or something.
I think usually alone. If you come across two cougars, you're done.
Where is there actually a bike there? What country?
Like North America, Canada, yeah, USA, Canada.
Also known as mountain lions, aren't they?
Yeah, wildcats generally, but also wolves. If it's like a really small wolves.
Man.
Wolves apparently are very cowardice. Apparently, if you intimidate them enough.
Yeah, but a pack of wolves.
A pack of wolves, you're done. A pack of wolves, you have no chance. You have no chance. Gorillas, you have no chance. You can't even land a blow. One hit, you're done. You're done.
And even if you hit him, you ain't doing damage.
Horses, cows, ox, bare hands, you're not going to.
But the way that human beings have learned evolutionarily to control these animals is through teamwork.
Teamwork.
Because that's what differentiates the human being from other animals.
Also, the ability to utilize tools as well, effectively within teams as well.
Remember, teamwork makes the dream work.
Now, I'm not promoting animal brutality.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is only in the context of self-defense when you're out on a stroll with your friends or alone and they get attacked. First things first, make yourself big. Show teeth. Be like, make yourself big. Shout as loud as you can. Hope that the animal runs away. But if it's acting aggressively, make sure you don't back it into a corner. You want to give it a chance to escape.
But don't you think? Why would you be big though?
Yeah, but
to make a
I feel like
you should be silent.
No, but it depends.
I feel like you should just be silent. Yeah.
It depends on the animal. If it's a bear, a massive grizzly bear, play dead. You're not running. You're not gonna outrun it. You're not gonna outstrengthen it.
You can't outclimb it.
You can't. They climb faster than they run.
Oh, you're fucked.
You're done, and they run as fast as horses and bears. So yeah,
I don't know if I can play dead, bro.
I think
just shitting yourself all the time.
it's like a little drizzle, like just like yellow fluid.
Now we sweating.
No, what of a bear? The bear will be like, what is such smell? And then just go on. I think it depends on the bear as well. Some bears you need to play dead. Some bears you can't like scare them. I see like weird videos of like men in Finland just like shout and finish at these bears.
Have you seen that video of Khabib?
Yeah, when he's like a kid, like 9 years old, he's
wrestling a
the bear.
That's how they train UFC fighters in Dagestan, bro.
What?
Yeah.
So get the video up if you want.
Khabib, when he was a kid.
How big was this bear?
He was a baby.
So it's Khabib versus a bear.
Still
But Khabib was a baby as well, as a kid. Do you know what I mean? He just turned
That's a sick story.
That's
sick. He wrestled bears.
Yeah, he wrestled bears.
To train as a child. That's like the backstory of Zeus or something. That's
That's how you become 28 and 0 in the UFC.
Sick.
He's fighting next week.
Yeah, he's fighting next week.
Against Justin Gaethje. I think it's like Dominic. He's too good. He's too good.
I've only found recent videos of him.
That's right. Search young Khabib versus bear.
Let's see. What?
Yeah,
is it? Oh.
Oh yeah, would you be able to pan?
No.
To be fair, yeah, this seems like child neglect to me. Which parent is gonna be like, you know what, son, I don't love you?
What did you say the name of the country was again?
Dagestan.
I've never heard of Dagestan.
He's fully wrestling the bear. You're gonna have to put this in the video in a little box, but like,
Do you know how to do that?
can do that.
We put it in bedlock.
No, in the post of the video, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, you probably get up against
To be fair, that just does look like a start of a Disney movie.
it. Yeah, now okay.
The bear's just thinking, oh, the bear's training for the UFC himself.
It reminds me of that bear from Tekken. What's that bear from Tekken? You can play as, on Tekken.
I never played that.
I thought you were gonna say
the bear. That guy's a beast.
No, I thought you were gonna say the bear from that fishing advert where he's fighting that
His name's
fishing.
Kuma.
You remember that fishing, that commercial? You don't remember that? Oh, that's the funniest
That's who the
episode.
bear grew up to be. Kuma from Tekken.
Yeah, man.
Maybe get it up on this laptop and I could.
Yo, this is the best commercial I've ever seen.
What commercials?
Fighting bear commercial. Hold on, fighting. Anything with like bears. Bears are so funny and so cute, but in real life they're
Have you ever met
terrifying.
one?
No, I've never met one. Never seen one. Not even at the zoo. Fighting
It's
bear.
like pandas as well. Pandas look just adorable as hell,
Oh, it is.
but they could rip you apart.
Yeah.
The bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon, which is exactly what we at John West want.
There's lots of man in a bear suit, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Ooh, spin kick.
What?
That's Khabib's bear. You're up.
John West.
To be in a John West advert.
If you look at videos like that,
Yo, this video's been around for a long time. This video has been around. Let's see.
You've got high hopes for Dan being the cougar now.
14 years ago.
Probably more.
2006.
the thing is, you can't even post that these days because
It's hilarious.
it's cruelty against bears.
But the bear had the bear.
There's a man in a bear costume.
Yeah, but it's portraying cruelty.
Bro, do you think about the bear community, bro?
A lot of communities out there now, isn't it?
There's a lot of communities. out there.
Actually, getting worried. There's too many.
Too many. There's too many.
Get out of our country.
What?
Get all these other communities out of our country.
How about you?
No, we don't support that behavior.
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We don't do them things here.
No, we don't.
Nah, man.
Because we are out of our depth.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We have our day.
But yeah, just to finish off, so that the viewer knows how to don't need to let them escape. Let the animal escape. I'm still going on this. Let the animal escape. But if it's still aggressive, next is the key. Just remember that. Next, protect from mouth, protect it from claws. Next, that's the key.
Dan's name's gonna be trending next week on Twitter. That's that one you that tried to wrestle a
There's
cougar.
only a 25-second clip of people kind of
Reaching for the neck.
People will be like, what the fuck?
So what do you have to do for that? You have to grab something?
Yeah, you just need to be careful. Just avoid.
The throat.
So okay.
The thing is, up to now, it's all talking.
Okay. Okay. This is the sequence that you need to do, which is it's very fast. You need to be efficient with it as well.
Can we react it?
Hold on. Okay, so pretend you're a cougar. Pretend you're a cougar. So
what do I do? So I'm like,
now what I've seen you. Say I was making my dinner. I've seen you. So I'm like this, yeah. So I'll fake. No, hold on. I fake with one hand. You go for one hand. And I come and I grab you, and then with the other hand, I go for the neck.
So you're gonna do that to another?
Yeah, you need to be quick with it though. So no.
You don't have legs and stuff as well.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
That's the sequence isn't finished. Sit down. I won't be able to. I'll say it. So you fake with your left. It swipes for your left hand. You quickly grab.
Like a shimmy, yeah. Like
you need to grab them by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
Grab them by the scruff of the
Is
neck.
that like grabbing?
No, just so that you're on the back.
How does he move his neck?
To get his mouth out of the way. Then you get your arm around quick.
Yeah.
Then you lift it up so that it can't use his legs anymore. Yeah.
Try and do it like
But he's not a four-legged
you're
animal.
not a cougar right here.
He's not a
He's
four-legged
not
animal.
growling or anything.
It's like,
And then you have to lift it up, so because a lot of his power comes from his legs, so you're gonna take out that factor, and then you're gonna try and I won't say the rest because for the sake of our viewers, it's a bit
explicit.
yeah, but that's how you
ground and pound.
that's how you nullify a cougar. That's what yeah,
And then eat it.
skin it as well. Yeah. No, since we've gone to skinning, essentially what I was gonna say is once you got the cougar, you need to twist until. But yeah, that's what you need to do.
That's what it gets from messing
You
with
need to be
Donald.
prepared.
Huh?
You need.
David Tad's a dangerous man.
You need. All I'm saying is
He's a dangerous man.
you need to be ready. That's all I'm
that's
saying.
true.
That's all I'm saying. For any circumstance, any situation. That's what being a man is all about. Being ready.
Circumstance podcast.
Circumstance podcast.
Circumcision.
Okay. We don't want to forget in usual form.
It's so prolific.
Oh, no, that's good. I remember that.
Yeah,
Cheers for the
remember that.
information. I'll try going to
I'm never going to use it.
You won't
I'm
really,
running, mate.
no, you won't really need it in the UK unless you're.
That thing was going to have a
I think
strap.
we're going to be pretty safe in the UK, to be honest.
What's our biggest threat in the UK?
Badgers,
Well, it's cows. It's cows, actually.
Cows.
Probably
Yeah.
gangs of 12-year-olds
But-
trying to beat you.
Yeah.
Foxes. I see a lot of foxes in the
I'm scared of children.
You're scared.
Like, now when you see gangs of like 11, 12-year-olds,
Yeah, like youths, like youths, yeah.
amazing.
Like unhinged.
Yeah.
These days, they don't give a shit.
Unpredictable.
I saw a bunch of youths on my way to Argos, you know,
Argos, yeah.
and there's like probably 6 of them, and they're like, they must have been like, not even in year 9 yet or whatever.
Yeah.
These guys talking like, yeah, oh man, I ran out of my cigarettes. Oh, let's go do this. And like they're all hooded up, all looking like, you know, they stepped out of as extras from a Ryan video in 2007 or whatnot.
That's the crazy thing. They have been so affected by the culture, innit?
Yeah,
And they're so different to what kids used to be like.
weird, man.
It's
weird.
mental. And the way they talk, the way like the London like type culture is coming to.
Have you seen that
And they all
video?
talk the same. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking the same.
we all got the same lingo.
Have you seen this on Instagram a while back? It's like a guy always like the way people in London speak over time. The first one, yeah, obviously. And it's like, yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Well, I have a family friend. He does weird things to his voice to make it sound like that. I'm just like, what are you doing? Speak properly. Why?
That's the thing, isn't it?
I find it weird when girls from
No,
Pompey
you
do
still
that.
not unless you
It's just
restart
the
it.
most unattractive thing.
Oh, bro.
Oh, it's peak, you know, like.
But
they don't.
He turned you into a man. He turned you into a man.
But I wouldn't necessarily say something that's particularly described to like men in particular. Because like
I don't think it's. I just don't think it's.
It's like when a girl comes up to you, yo, what you saying?
Yeah, it's like,
Like, yo, what? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yo, so what you saying? I'm
What
like,
you
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong neighborhood, as you
Why-
can
why-
tell. Moving mad.
you okay?
No, having a bit of a technical difficulty.
Text up our.
The stream's not receiving data,
Oh,
so it says
we should come to a natural close.
as such viewers will experience buffering. But why is it?
Yeah, I'm
Why is it?
experiencing
Why is
buffering.
it dropped frames though? I don't get it.
Probably because.
Overload, innit?
Probably because they saw the content and producing all that stuff.
Yeah, innit? No,
Yeah,
YouTube's onto us, innit?
YouTubers like now, let's stop these guys. They're too much.
Is it still playing now or not?
Let me double check.
I think my froze.
Yeah, we're good.
Is it
We're back on.
We live.
back on? Yeah, open the widget.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, we should wrap this up.
Yeah. All right. So guys, thank you all for watching this new episode of Out Your Depth. Episode 1. We'll be back again next Sunday, inshallah, if all goes well.
Out of breath.
Out of breath. I'm out of my depth. I'm a bit out of everything, really. But yeah, peace. Thank you all for watching. See you all next week.
That was a success.
I think that was good. I think.
Very nice.
Oh,
Very success. Very success.
We live.
We like success. Success.